Hey everybody, I hope this helps people that are looking for a new camera and are trying to compare whether you um, your phone can do the job the most of the time than your camera can. So I wanted to make this video for you because I have this theory in my mind that, and I've always had it, is when um, new phones gets released, they always say that this is the best camera, this is the best camera, better than X compact cameras, better than this, better than that. I believe that this is not true because a phone camera could never give you the same specs as a regular camera would give you. And I wanted to show you this comparison here. So I'm going to place myself here and we're going to look into this, right? So this is a direct comparison between iPhone 17 and Sony RX107. Now, keep in mind this camera is 5 years old, and this iPhone is, I think, from this year, right? Now, the most important factor when it comes to why the compact camera is better than the iPhone is because of this sensor. Like this, they're not even specifying in Apple how big the sensor is. Now, this is the size of the sensor of a RX 107, right? So it's about 13 millimeters, which means that it's about this big. And when it's this big, it allows to capture as much light as you can, right? So what happens is you capture more of the photo, meaning that you could have 20 megapixels, but your quality is much better than 48 megapixels on a camera like on the iPhone. The only time when they'll start competing with each other is if you remember back in the day, Sony used to have a phone, Sony Ericsson, and it used to have Sony Cybershot, Sony Ericsson. This is the time when they had a Cybershot camera based off the that old time in 2005, I think it was, comparable to what the Cybershot cameras were at the time, because it put the sensor into the phone, and when you would flip that, I always remember that it was it had a cover for the lens, so you would just slide it and then you would open up, and I think you can. It's like this one, Sony Ericsson with camera, Cybershot, and they did this phone right here as well. So look at the how big the camera is, right? This was producing incredible quality for 3.2 megapixels because it was made for this. Now, when you look at a sensor of, let's do a Sony A7II sensor. So you would just go into the, and look how big the sensor is, sensor size. So that sensor basically tells you how much versus iPhone 17, tells you how much what the quality of the camera, what the quality of the picture is. So when you look at this, for example, you could see it allows you to see that how big your crop factor is as well. And I know you probably can't see of this image here, but this one should show it here by this capture the Atlas website. Very simply explained, bigger camera, like let's take full frame camera, is look 35 millimeter sensor versus the camera on a regular phone is about 6 millimeters to 4. So that means that you could say that the crop factor, you could crop so much more from a full frame than the phone. Yet phone manufacturers like Google and like Android, like iPhone, they'll talk about how many megapixels they have, but that doesn't matter because the megapixels is based within these sensors. So you would have 48 different, for example, 48 different pixels here. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 48. Now, a 20 megapixel of this is so much bigger than this because that's 5 times bigger. Like 5 times bigger sensor than this. So you would imagine how this works, right? That's why when you look at Micro Four Thirds as well, and these cameras that are like essentially all these names here that you see, medium format, full frame, all these names are basically how big your sensor is. and how much crop factor you have. So here, when you look at the crop factor of in the iPhone or whatever phone it is 5.6. Imagine how crazy that is. If you place this to 1, which is the full frame, meaning that this is 5.6 times bigger than this. So when people say that the iPhone photo is great, the reason why it's great is because they use digital processing after you take it. So the picture that you see on your phone is not the real picture of how you actually would see it throughout a camera or with your eyes, right? That's why whenever you shoot pictures, it's always better to use a camera, an actual camera. It doesn't have to be this big. It could be this big, micro four thirds, or it could be like cybershot camera. It will give you better quality always whenever. So if I compare a Canon from 15 years ago and an iPhone 17, the newest one, say the orange one, my camera on the Canon will cost me $100 to buy, and the camera that they promote on the iPhone is always like premium quality, best pictures. But what they use the same small sensor because they can't fit a bigger sensor on a phone like that, and your lens is so small as well, so they can't really fit anything. But they promote these 48, 70 megapixels, 100 megapixels, and what happens is people just lose their minds and they're like, "That's a great camera." It's not. It's like comparing. I haven't prepared for this video. It's like comparing. It's like comparing two lamps around you. One lamp is larger, is this big. The other one is this small. But essentially, they claim that the smaller light gives you more light across your room, whereas the bigger one is kind of the same as the smaller one. But that's not the case because the quality of your camera and the quality of your pictures is dependent on the sensor and within their megapixels, of course, of how much you can crop. It's a simple thing. Like if I pull drawing or something, I don't know if they have drawing here on Apple, but I think they have. No, I'll just do paint online. I can probably do it myself here and show you what I mean because I really want to show you. It's so for example, you have a camera that is Sony, and Sony has this big of a sensor. Your phone has this big of a sensor. They claim to have 48 megapixels here, but they claim to have 20 megapixels here. So 20 megapixels is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then divided and then times 4 would give you 20 megapixels, right? 20 of those squares. Whereas here they give you 48. So they go like this, 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 and then they give you like this, like this, like this. So you think you're getting more, but you're not actually getting more. Because once you put it on a big screen or say Instagram or whatever, wherever you want to post it, you're not really getting more because this is bigger than this. So this completely diminishes. So it doesn't matter what phone you have. When you have a camera, the camera will always have better quality even if it's 20 megapixels. Now imagine this with 48 megapixels, which is like the newest cameras are also 48 megapixels. So this giving you 48 of those, split it like that, then it provides even a better quality for you because you can even crop more within that big sensor. And some cameras, they even increase the size of the sensor as well. So just wanted to show you this. And with this as well, you have aperture, you have shutter speed, you have ISO, you can change it with getting the light. So there's a lot of advantages of a bigger sensor than the iPhone or whatever phone you have at the moment, simply because the technology hasn't gotten to this point where they can make a larger sensor on an iPhone that stays in your pocket. So I hope this was useful to you, but I just wanted to make this video, not a rant, but just explain to the people that don't necessarily know about how like cameras work and stuff. And if you want to take good pictures, simply get a camera. Because I was like watching this video lately, and I'll show you right now. where I was like on YouTube and I was watching this video. I want to get a Cybershot camera, but I already have a Fujifilm. What's the one? RX100V concerts, because I want to go to concerts. And I was looking at this video by, I will tell you who it is. I just watched it. Somewhere, and it was a video of a concert photography, and this guy went to like country concert and stuff. I think I may have it in my history actually. I'll show you right now. Oh, I removed my history. There.
Hey y'all, if this is your first time,
Dungan photography. And so he was showing like this. Look, how could you take a picture with your iPhone that's like this? This is a video from the RX100, and look at this picture. Like, look at this, right? And that's with the zoom of, like, I think it's like 100 zoom that it has, which means that if you're 100 meters away, you'll be able to like capture so much more of this. So that's it. I just wanted to leave you with this. Basically, don't get fooled by phones telling you that they have great cameras. Hope this was useful. See ya. Bye.